I had to chastise T-Rail though, because I'm like, bro, like you don't why you aiding and abetting with Flacco behavior. You know, we come from a different demographic. That ain't straight, bro. That's you a assistant snitch now. You know what I'm saying?
I do agree that like whatever negative energy people have towards Flacco, they should just take out on T-Rail because
he's stupid.
Well, he's like a gang member, I guess, and he's like out here like, you know, frontlining with Flacco. So I mean, shit.
He absolutely let Flacco put him in a trick bag though, because Flacco's, you know, gonna fly away and go wherever he goes. T-Rail's in the city and he's, you know, participating in that type of stuff. But T-Rail also has made it clear he wants to separate himself from the gangster shit. Just because it's back on Fig don't mean that we got to bring all the Hoovers. And he's been saying this for years now.
So let me ask you,
you can't have orange couches.
That's what the Hoovers say.
I just left there. It was an orange Christmas tree.
You were just at back on Fig?
Like last month. Last month.
Oh, okay. You meant like just now.
I have a question, Adam.
Sure.
Where does Flacco stand in the company right now? I gotta know.
Oh,
is he fired?
In a
I said
computer chair?
kicked out the group chat,
But
and then you got added, bro. So where does Flacco stand right now with Adam Deuce Deuce?
Okay, well, I will say this, is that despite what Mooseman may have claimed on the podcast, Mooseman has not directly been involved with any sort of demotion or anything like that with Flacco. The truth is that in the lead up to Flacco exposing the stuff about who allegedly killed Draco, and in the lead up to the Mooseman Flacco beef or whatever, like before all that, Flacco was not really doing anything for No Jumper besides helping out a little bit with the news topics. Now, the reason why he was removed from that duty was entirely because I was sitting there on the news and everybody was complaining about how they were getting the topics 10 or 15 minutes before the news would start, and how they felt like they didn't have any time to prepare or anything. So the only stuff that they were able to cover on the news was stuff that was, you know, that you could watch on the news, aka like 1 minute or less clips. And I just felt like that was unacceptable. Remo's already getting the topics together for the Tuesday show, the Wack show, etc. So I was like, let's just have Remo do the news topics as well, and we can kind of take that away from Flacco and try to get everybody the topics earlier. So, I mean, that was the only thing that Flacco was doing. He used to be more involved with the Instagram account. That era ended a while back. He used to be on the podcast somewhat consistently. That ended a while back. So he already wasn't really doing anything for No Jumper. The only thing that happened this week that stands out is that he was removed from the group chat. And the reason why I removed him from the group chat was because I felt like he had too antagonistic of a relationship with multiple people that are actually part of No Jumper on a daily basis on the podcast, i.e. Munchie and Moose. And then also he really was like just talking hellish shit to Flock Tubal, who is granted not really on the podcast.
You just laugh and then you get on the wrath of Flacco.
Yeah,
Flock Tubal wasn't even popping it or nothing.
I mean,
just catching strays.
I had conversations with certain people where they told me like, yeah, I don't even be talking in that chat because Flacco's in there and he just feels like a op. So, I mean, if he were to like, you know, seem interested in creating more peaceful relationships with people on the podcast, I would definitely be open to him being in that group chat again. Obviously, that ship seems like it's probably sailed with Munchie. If Flacco wants to do a podcast with me when he comes back, wherever, we could talk about all this shit at length. But it just seemed kind of like, oh, we have a dude in the group chat who is realistically seemingly causing all of these problems, but then he's not actually like doing anything for the business. And granted, we're cool with him, we're friends with him, but it just felt like it was having a negative effect, a chilling effect, if you will.
Why don't you have that same stance with the other older fella that you pod with? You know, he pretty much goes at every single host. I feel like kind of devalues a platform by you're saying these are our new hosts we trying to build up, and then you have this other guy who's a big dog, has a voice in this platform that matters to a lot of fans, and he's constantly tearing down, you know, host after host up here, and you've never reined him in. It's like you're USA, he's Israel, and you're just allowing him to
most
genocide.
important thing, he is someone who's consistently on the podcast, the channel, helping create content. So that's way different than Flacco. That being said, bro, I'm trying to get you back cool with this person, and now it feels like you're like kind of just deepening the whole.
Like, do I have to like keep my mouth shut on honest criticisms of him to be cool with them? Then I don't want to be cool with them.
But maybe we could like get you cool with him, and then you could kind of like unleash some of these criticisms on the podcast from the place of being cool with him.
It just lined up with the Flacco thing you were just saying, so that's why I asked. We don't got to talk about Wack a bunch. You know what I'm saying?
We always must talk about Wack.
I already got the gag order, so I'm gonna stop. You know,
no, I'm not
up
trying
on the old
to
guy. You know what I'm saying?
And I think ultimately there's a way for you to like communicate what you think about Wack to him without it, while still having like somewhat of a relationship, which I think is valuable. Sure. It's just probably gonna have to like start with a show of like, yo, I'm cool with you or whatever. But you guys should definitely get on the podcast together. Although I know what you're thinking, which is like, it's gonna be you saying your opinion and then him just yelling over you and calling you a pussy and a bitch or whatever.
Yeah, that's true with me.
Is it gonna be a real thing when you see Wack? Like, is that like a real thing?
I don't do no fake shit up here, Doughboy. I just speak my opinion. Everything that I do is real. It's not like I want to kill the dude.
Because he said he was gonna slap the shit out of you and he put it on Piru.
I mean, that little 5'5" little fat dude could say whatever he wants. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I don't turn nothing down, my boy.
Hey, honestly, bro, I don't think nothing wrong with giving critique on somebody podding.
Yeah, because I'm never disrespectful.
You never called him.
If I was disrespectful, then I would understand he want all that smoke. But when I'm being reasonable and I feel like you're being unreasonable, I got to stand on my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because
can you pod with him?
Yeah, of course. I could pod with anybody. I could pod with a, you know what I'm saying, a neo-Nazi. I could pod with anybody because I could challenge them and I feel like I get my off it. I'll sit down with anybody and I don't got to fight no one. That's not my whole thing. You know what I'm saying?
I agree that you're a great communicator.
I appreciate that. For sure. I fool with Munchie.
That's going to be a crazy episode when we get them in the same room.
Yeah, it is.
What do you think's going to happen, Adam?
I'm not the one calling people yelling at them. You know what I'm saying? That's not me.
I already told Moose, I'm like, I'm going to bring y'all together and he's not going to do anything because I'm going to tell him not to.
That's not my whole thing.
Man, let me ask you a question.
On a violent level, I mean.
Do this door lock?
No, I don't think so.
All right.
Why?
Well, how Wack little goons stay out there while they podding if it go back? Because this not a little bitty guy.
Moose.
So I don't know
little nigga.
Well, why people think he's just a walk in the park?
You think he can knock?
And even out? for the what they call you said what?
You think he can knock Wack out?
Here we go.
No, I think anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
And he not a little bitty dude.
And he not scary. And he from Sacramento.
Yeah, just because he's a person square don't make him scary. And then
absolutely,
even like for the not the tuners but the squares. Man, they be working out. Ricky be running along the beach and shit. I don't know what people
got power behind them.
He plays soccer and shit.
Like he got stamina running up and down the soccer board. I mean, soccer field. You don't stop running. I mean, I used to underestimate people, bro. I don't know why niggas think because they from a gang, you got an automatic W.
Yeah, and I don't think Wack's even on that, but that's his whole thing. That's his whole content is kind of turning up on people and yelling at people and stuff. So I get it.
He definitely on that. Like, and for y'all to be cool, just tell them go to the back and get a squabble real fast. Tell everybody else to stand down and let y'all get that out the way.
I feel like we don't even have to do that.
I don't think
we can talk it out. I
don't think it had to go to that either. But I just
Wack said his mama. I'm lost. What did I?
He said he was gonna slap him, and he put it on Piru.
But none of that shit really means nothing.
Yeah, that's playing the dozens.
I get it. But I'm not a guy that's like, what am I? There's gonna be a ton of people that say that I can't crash out on everybody.
You'll never take a 50-year-old that shoot mama joke serious.
Yeah, exactly. You know that just showed me that I got him in that exchange. And when you have to resort to that type of stuff, it's like you can't, contend with me intellectually. You got to resort to that. I got you, my boy.
I respect that perspective because you like in that aspect, you're a better man than I am.
In elementary, mama jokes will get you hurt.
Yeah, get you socked on fast.
Like I just don't. My whole thing about is that he disrespect everybody to the max, and then he wants you to bow down. Yeah. He wants you to break your life story and be cool with him. Bro, we ain't got to do. I mean, that's what y'all want to do. Y'all want to part. That's cool. I don't want you to do that and all that.
You think No Jumper would be better without Wack?
Ooh, that's a poll.
Ooh, that's a powerful question.
That's a poll. Throw it up.
All right, we got the members.
No, but I will say this about Wack. Wack is a really good podcaster. Like outside of everything, that knows how to pod.
He's a good entertainer for sure. He's a good.
He knows how to bring engagement. So,
well, why do every topic turn into a him story?
You said what?
Every topic he covered turned into a story about him.
That's how you got to shape the podcast to kind of dance around that.
Yeah, see, y'all be one-on-one, and so Yeah, because I remember back in the days, me and Suge. Oh, see, you wasn't even there back there. See, you knew, Adam. You knew this.
But that's what I feel
You a
about,
white boy.
I feel about what I feel about Wack is like he's the American dream. Like he survived the gangbanging trenches. He really went through like and as much as I don't get into
American dream.
No, he is though. That went to prison for like 20 years and like he came out.
He went, I think 7 years.
Nigga,
but he's a millionaire.
I mean, that's cool. Now anybody can make a millionaire. We all trying to.
So that's what I mean by the American dream. Like,
I just been here. No, that nigga don't get no extra points. That nigga doing all.
Wait. Are you telling me that?
No.
Are you telling? I'm asking you.
I'm telling you no.
So no, you don't even know what I'm asking.
It don't matter. No.
Okay, so what I'm asking you, Spody, is this went to prison for several years, came out, worked with Suge Knight. He is managing one of the biggest artists in Blueface. That doesn't mean no.
One of the biggest artists. I don't know about.
He's a scam artist, bro.
I love Blueface,
I don't care about none of that.
Blueface is a big artist.
Hey, the soul of Lush hopped in you for a minute, huh?
No, not at all. But I can respect what he has done. Like he came from like the odds were stacked against him, and
he really got stacked against all of us, bro. We all got opportunity. Yeah, he's further along than a lot of people. But you know, he been out 50 years. Of course, if I had a 30-year run, they gotta be way more than nigga. Man, bro.
No, he has been out like 30 years.
No boy.
When the last time he been in prison?
His gangbang career is very short.
Trash.
Okay. Right. So he say
I can't even speak to that.
No. I'm just gonna use the words he say. He say he started banging the year I was born. I was born in '89.
Okay.
Then he went to prison in the early 90s, did 7 years. He got out, started driving trucks, and never looked back. He didn't really go through shit.
This is what I respect. He has been out of prison for several years.
I commend that.
And he knows several years.
Longer than you know how long is several?
By definition.
What would you say is several? He has been out of jail for a very long time, and he has built an empire. Okay. Like, we got to at least give that a little bit of respect. Like, Wack does his stuff.
That's cool, but I think just like the dynamic that Adam's looking for, that Wack fits in that. He tried it with Dame Dash. He needs like the agitator guy to go at Adam's neck, and then he works for that. I've watched almost every Adam and Wack show, and most of the time it's entertaining. Sometimes it's not, but I think Adam needs that. But I think just the going at the host, the inner turmoil stuff, I think Adam could rein him in on that and still have a great show and still build up other hosts and not allow Wack to destroy
I will always tell Wack, like, yo, like, we got to build the team, or we're not going to be able to have like a team vibe if you just keep beefing with everybody, and then inevitably someone on the team says something about him, and then that clock gets reset, and then he takes that and he starts just heaping hatred on them, trying to expose them, whatever, which is definitely what he's probably got planned for you.
Yeah, for sure.
I was just looking at my text with him. He said that the essays down here are not going to be able to save you.
Man,
I see the genius.
They already tapped in with me and said Wack don't dictate nothing with no brown politics.
A lot of the Browns don't like him, bro.
Yeah, he's always talking how bad on Mexicans. He can't say nothing about no Mexicans.
Doughboy seems to be of the opinion that because he's been successful in business, that nobody should be able to criticize him.
That's how he acts too.
No, but Wack is really good at what he does.
He have a fake diaper company, bro.
But to be a street and to come from what he came from, like, he's really good at what he does. Like, let's just talk about potting. It takes a lot to be able to sit next to Adam.
I feel like you're having a different conversation.
Yeah,
because I think everybody in this room could definitely probably agree that, like, he's pretty
popular,
good at podcasting. He can make shit that people care about.
Just like Charleston White is, but we don't respect them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they're the same, but I'm just saying people can be popular and successful and not be morally, on point or any of that. You know what I'm saying?
What's the difference between Charleston White and Wack? What would you say is the difference?
Wack acts more gangsta. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Okay.
He portrays more of a gangsta image, but he's the one that was flashing the fake badge. He was the one that was,
I mean, Charleston's character is kind of like, I will just on and hate on like everybody, including people that is very obvious that I should not, or that almost nobody would.
But I think Wack does that just with the exposing thing. Like, he'll just go at random people and just have this random news about them. It's like, why is Wack involved in this? It's to keep himself in the news cycle, which he's good at, but that's a kind of way to get yourself in the news cycle. I do feel like that about Wack. I
feel like he has like selective politicking. Like,
of course,
if you're his friend,
he does
a
pod with Adam. He does a pod with Adam every week, and he's telling me not to speak on black politics.
On Gucci, man, the same way you shit on these other snitch that you think is doing that. But I feel like if he's your friend, he won't on you, and that's what I don't like.
My thing about Wack though is that he's not so much about like on somebody for snitching. He's about exposing someone for snitching. Once they've been exposed, that's kind of like the end of it for him. He's not really like super interested in just like explaining why that person is no good or whatever, but he does really enjoy bringing these truths to the forefront, which with the Gucci thing, Wack and everybody else, they didn't really have to do anything. Everybody saw it immediately. Oh, Gucci told on Pooh Shiesty. So there wasn't like that much work for him to do from that perspective.
But what he will do is he'll paint Gucci as a businessman, and then you'll paint all these other as this, because we all know Gucci Man is your friend.
But he also like it's super transparent that Wack is playing favorites, because look at the reaction he had when QCP got exposed for snitching. It was like almost nothing.
But that hurts your credibility when you do stuff like that.
I just want Wack to keep the same energy. If everybody's snitching, to keep it that across the table, but don't because you got certain type of relationship.
He's not gonna keep it the same energy because he a rat himself. What are you talking about?
Based on what?
What are you basing it on?
Man, on a whole lot.
I never knew.
You can't be saying that.
I never knew.
You're not supposed to be calling somebody out for that.
I can say anything I want to.
But where's your evidence?
I don't got to prove nothing to nobody.
You're watering the streets down if you won't explain why you're calling him a rat.
The streets already watered down. It's out there for public.
I know, but this is the kind of stuff that waters it down when you call somebody a rat that doesn't have paperwork.
He do it all the time.
But so you're admitting that it's wrong. You're not saying that he does wrong shit.
Who did Wack rat on?
The people that's supposed to know that he's a rat. No.
So Wack told on somebody? Who?
Nobody has proof of this.
Come on, you sound crazy.
I mean, I know. It's just.
I'm not capping for Wack, but I'm just saying I didn't know that he told on anybody.
It'll be a waste of energy to even go into that. So I just leave that shit alone. I don't.
Me too.
But then Wack also, part of his public message is that he thinks the streets are done, and that part of it is that he wants to expose the streets for being.
But when Ricky said that, he said he was going to have one of his sharks come and mark Ricky out and beat his ass and when he said the streets is dead. Wack called up there angry as hell. It was crazy. Or just saying.
And that's a question I got to Spody. Why can't we just renounce the streets? Will you not renounce the streets?
I think Spody does on the regular.
He renounces them a little bit.
He does all kinds of activism.
As far as what?
Like, gang banging was never profitable. You are one of the people that, nigga, you went to prison, you did you did all the tough, all of that. These little kids, like, you don't want to tell them, because I see that sometimes I feel like you be straddling the fence a little bit.
How? Straddling the fence about what? Because I'm the only person on the internet that's saying I don't believe in gang violence.
No,
what are you talking about?
But at the same time, you'll be like, yo, I don't believe in that civilian shit, and we can't tell on shit.
J Main making a kind of mockery out of Pusha P.
He's not.
That's something he playing.
He's going to his ops hood and like shooting content and like publicly apologizing to people and shit.
Man, you talking about content. I'm talking about real life.
What's the real here? Now back with another quick episode. Damn. Well, Mooseman's really just let it be known that he's not fucking with Wack. He doesn't like his manipulation tactics. His fucking Wack always wants everybody to bow down to him and kiss his ass. Doesn't want to fucking want anybody to talk back to him or beef with him or nothing like that, or question any of his fucking credibility or his gangster or his fucking paperwork. None of that shit. He wants everybody just to pretty much bow down to the great fucking Piru and fucking kiss his ass and shit like that, and just be thankful you're around greatness. Pretty much that's how Wack fucking likes to think of himself. But let's be real, when you're drinking R&B's piss for sexual fucking gratification, you got an issue, and you need to work that out and go to a therapist or whatever, Wack. And Mooseman's on your ass. That's all I'm gonna say, man. He's not taking no guff or no shit from the Piru, the human gummy bear. Wack 100, the 4x4, the thickest Piru out there. No homo, right? No Diddy. But anyway, like, Mooseman's not letting up on him. He's tired of his shit, tired of his mind games and his fucking exposures and trying to, like, fucking, you know what I mean? If people don't fuck with him, then he just goes into attack mode and he just totally fucking, like, does any and everything to destroy that person's name, credibility, and fucking their livelihood up, everything like that, right? Because Wack's just a natural born hater, right? Like, he's just a weird, jealous, insecure hater, and he actually the toughest guy in the world, but really he's like a pussycat because he's calling all these fades out, but he's actually never catching any, right? Like, it's kind of funny, but whatever. Let Wack be Wack. He's gonna be Wack no matter what, right? Wack is Wack, right? So let's just live up to his name. But anyway, Mooseman's, I think he's a new-blooded no-jumper, and he's really starting to make his mark. And I fuck with Mooseman, except for the fact that he said he might fuck with a tranny, right? That's low-key, little suspect. Like, if he's trying to be edgy, that's a little too edgy for me, but whatever. Everything else, I totally fucking fuck with the guy. I think he's funny, I think he's smart, and I think that he's going to do well at podcasting. He's definitely a smart young guy, right? So like fucking, I fuck with the guy, and it'd be funny. It's funny because he's making Wack look like a fucking complete degenerate loser. Can't fucking fuck with him intellectually and shit like that. It's too funny, man. But anyway, you guys let me know in the comment section what's going to happen. You think Mooseman's going to get Wack fired next, like he did Flacco supposedly, or you think that Wack and him are going to become buddies, and you know what I mean? He might become one of the exposers one day. I don't know. The future is yet to be seen, right? So we'll see what happens. But please like, share, and subscribe if you feel like it. If you don't, that's cool too. Just check me out. If you know anybody that's suffering from addiction problems, you have a loved one or a friend or family member or whatever suffering from addiction problems, please check the information on the screen. I'll have the information in the description as well. I do peer support calls, one-on-one support calls. No, I'm not a therapist. No, I'm not a doctor, but I am somebody that's lived 20 years of the experience in the streets. Not homeless, meaning I'm talking about selling and using drugs, so